Josh, you are not my friend. You are my coworker. If anything, I'm your boss. And this social relationship that we're developing cannot continue.
Oh, so you'll actually start paying me now for all this?
I don't know if you know this, but none of your content creators, your favorite ones, including me, are your friends.
So we talked about pedophiles last episode, Josh.
Yeah, it wasn't not the greatest
Wasn't
topic,
great.
but
What? Not great. So it was really like the focus on targeting the creator to person pipeline.
yeah,
And now
we
we can
fan.
yeah, so now we can talk about the cringe fan to creator pipeline, which I don't know it's not worse, but it's certainly not great.
Uh, I social. Oh god, those can get complicated. Just parasocial relationships. I don't want to say it's worse, but
It can't be worse than diddling kids, okay?
yeah, unless you're in the Asian industry, and then it
Ooh,
gets. I know
ooh,
you don't care at all about
no
basically
chance.
anything Asian, but do you have
No
like
chance.
even the vaguest idea about like how
Yeah,
like
like
K-pop
K-pop
stars?
stars? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where I mean, I might call physically harassing and death threats
That
and
sounds pretty fun to
act
me.
and actions actually going on them. I might bring them up there. I might say that's bad. I might say that's pretty bad.
What are you gonna do about it? I
Uh,
yeah, I mean just people just like inserting themselves into a streamer's life. Not great. Not great at all.
yeah. I feel like, and it's not even always that. Like, obviously, that's like a majority of it. It's the, oh, this person, like, I know them personally. They would never do this. Is how you get the sort of people who will defend content
Hmm.
creators who really shouldn't be defended.
Well, I feel like it's more of people like I guess what you're saying like insert like going like yeah he would never do this. I like
Yeah.
like
Like, as if you personally
like on
know them.
Twitter if they yeah it's like if you get on or on Twitter it'd be like yeah I like this is my take. I don't think he would do this. Like I feel like it wouldn't be like dude you don't feel shit like
Yeah, like you don't know this person outside of either the content you consume or the product you consume. Like, and then they'll go and they'll talk like as if it was me defending you.
yeah. Well, Josh, if I ever get into drama, do not defend me. Cast me out to the wolves, and
So I should.
leave me for dead. I reap what I sow.
Yeah, because you probably did it. You're right. Oh,
I probably did it.
that was funny. I immediately,
It's
I
just,
immediately almost died.
oh, Josh. All right. Hey, editor's note. Cut to him. So, how familiar are you with the Ludwig video, which is kind of like the first time, not the first time, but like the most like recent time a content creator has gone, kind of not attacking the fans, but basically calling them out.
uh, I I saw like the thumbnail, like we mentioned, but I haven't actually watched it just because I don't watch him too much unless he's
Yeah.
doing collabs. So
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, when you mentioned it, I thought it was like a jokey sort of title. Was it like serious?
Uh, yeah. The title of the video is one for one. I am not your friend. So yeah, he basically just goes on to talk about just he doesn't know you personally. He will never get to know you personally, and he does act a certain way for the camera that does not equal who he is as like an individual.
Yeah, because to be honest, if he acted like who he acts like on camera all the time, probably no one would like him.
I, well, that's not true.
It's fair.
I don't know.
It depends. I guess it depends.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously present myself as a paragon of truth and
Like
justice
yeah,
for the
a
American
reporter.
people.
Yeah, a reporter who never lies, tells the truth at all times.
Never lies.
And definitely has nothing to hide.
Josh, I've got nothing to hide in my life. I've got nothing going on in my life. There's nothing
It's
to
true.
hide.
It's true. It's true. It's kind of difficult to hide when you're kind of alone and go to your digital office workspace every day.
All right. Well, it's not like, I guess Parasocial isn't always negative. And when I think of like some positives of Parasocial, I think of the Dream SMP, like one of the greatest marketing stunts in recent history.
Oh yeah.
Like their fans, for as rabid as they are or were, I guess,
Yeah.
those motherfuckers could create shit. So there's
Like,
there's
it
so much of
definitely-
not letting it run wild, but letting it like not feeding into it, because a lot of streamers definitely feed into making their fans like included on everything. And why wouldn't they? Because the fans are their direct
make them
source
who
of
they are.
income. Well, it's their direct source of income. Like, if you can't really like insult every person that you see, it's not going to go over well.
Yeah. And like again, it would be like there are people who do it well, who like get closer to their audience without making it too strange. Like, I don't know if you watch like Doug, where he basically
He's blown up. I've seen him in like recent stuff. But yeah.
But like most of his content, not like all of his content, but most of his content actually revolves around getting the viewers involved a little more. I don't want to say personally, because it's like they're picked randomly out of a hat most of the time, but like actually involving them a little more in what is his life, or at least his job. And like stuff like that's good. I guess I don't know if I would call that a parasocial relationship though. Because at least in my opinion, I don't know if I'm using the term correctly, but when I hear that, I think of the sort of people who essentially act like they know the person personally and disregard the fact, hey, maybe what I see on screen isn't what's real.
I think it's just a fine line between creator-viewer relationship and a parasocial relationship. I don't think there's a word for just like talking with your viewers and stuff. But so I guess it's like some weird middle ground shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
What'd you
Sorry,
find?
I'm getting lost in the beauty of that's a diamond.
Oh, first one.
I have to get there. I have to get there.
There are the people who will just take it too far. I mean, as is in everything. There's not a single thing that you can do, a single fan base that
Yeah, there's
doesn't have
nothing you
the
can
people who
do-
do it too
there-
far.
Right. There's nothing you can do except like continuing to condone the behavior. And even
Yeah.
then, like it's what I said, like you walk a fine line between people going, yeah, this is cringe, or like, why are you insulting your audience?
Because, I mean, again, in the case of like K-pop artists, J-pop artists and stuff, that's most of their entire marketability is the fact that
Yeah.
to their fans, some of the fans obviously, think, oh, this person is for me.
Well, those
Which
people
is
are
what-
like socially engineered, built in a lab to be creators.
True. It's just when
it's-
the personal life, the fact that they're actually,
Yeah.
normal people, gets out.
It's just the whole like crazy part doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, I think you know who Keemstar is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Keemstar has this great thing where his house is public because he's like, I don't know, it just got leaked or whatever. So people show up once in a while, and that's psychotic. You don't do that. You don't do the swatting. You don't do all that shit. But
You just show
what he
up.
does, he just shows up. I just walked past so many fucking diamonds. Oh my god. Okay, he just shows up, but he just shoots them with a BB gun and forces them to leave. So it's just like
What?
you gotta fight that shit, and you gotta make
Like-
it public. You gotta make it public that this is your stance against it.
Like, is it a bit or a joke that he does it, or is it just
Oh,
like
it
that's
is.
the
Oh, it
only
is
way you
one-
can make them go away?
Oh, it's 1000% serious.
Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah. I don't know
Cool.
if it's happened for a while, but it used to back in like when Keemstar was actually, relevant.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be happening anymore because I haven't seen him in ages.
I don't even know. I don't know what he does. I think we're getting off topic. But, I hate fans. That's probably like the one thing I'm really worried about. Oh, I blew up.
Well, there go all those diamonds you found.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome.
Yeah, I guess it's like... I don't know a good way to put it. Because, like, you don't usually go to conventions. But suppose you went to one.
Mm-hmm. If I was cringe
like-
and went to a convention.
Yeah, if you were cringe and went to a convention, yeah, like me.
Yeah.
And you were, like, I guess notably bigger, that you would expect
Mm-hmm.
people to recognize you. Would you be worried about that, you think?
Yes.
Like, if just being
I feel-
publicized by someone who you have no idea who they are, but, like...
If I have,
They-
if I meet somebody who like is wearing like the Cobalt Tux Recon helmet, I'll dap him up. But like if he's has like a tattoo of himself, or a tattoo of myself on him, I'm gonna go, what the fuck? That's cringe.
I mean, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. I think that would just be a general stance to take. If someone
Yeah.
had, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy to point out stuff like when they're in public, but it's more of when they're actually doing stuff that you don't know of, like defending you for stuff and shit. That's probably
like
that's
acting
maybe
like they know
where
you
the,
personally without you seeing it, sort of.
Yeah, it's maybe where the line is.
I don't know. It's weird to me. It's just weird.
Yeah.
And because like obviously I think some people mean well. It's not like they intend it to be that bad. It just
I feel like that some know what they're doing and some don't know what they're doing. Because
yeah, because there are some people who like genuinely believe like I know this person.
right, because COVID. I swear to God, if YouTube adds a COVID-19 thing, because I said that.
Get noted.
they have just they fucked up the generation behind us so poorly because no social interaction, and the one thing that they could do was watch Twitch or YouTube or whatever, and and Twitch blew up because of that fact, but because of you only communicating in quotation marks with one person for so long without anything else, it basically just kind of fucks with your brain.
And I mean, not to mention GIMP's development. I mean, look at all the people who use TikTok a bunch.
Ooh, hang on. Brain rot's cool, alright? Let's not mix words about that.
I don't know about that one. But yeah, it's just, I mean, welcome to that time messed up so many things.
Yeah, but I don't
Difficult
think
to count.
But I don't think that we can recover, and I feel like stands have always existed. That's not been
that's
a
not a
new
new
concept. But I feel like it's definitely more heightened, especially on new, like, well-known people.
Like just more people feeling like they know this person
More-
personally, or
More people getting involved in internet stuff because the internet stuff has been the only thing that they've been able to do for the last 4 years.
oh yeah,
They
I mean like
haven't
the internet's bigger
rebounded.
than ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always getting bigger, obviously, but I think that was like a massive boost to it, especially because a bunch of people were essentially forced to with like jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say forcibly connected, but forcibly connected people who either hadn't or wouldn't before that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just more people have those sorts of online relationships, and I mean, that's always been a thing that people have been questioning. How are we supposed to feel about this? How are we supposed to treat this? Because like,
And
this is a bit off topic, but like I remember when I was a kid and having to explain how I knew you because I met you online first. So it was
it's
I always got
it's the cringest thing for people who don't know. We've gone to Josh's place for the last 2 years, and we've gone to the same hibachi place. And the guy says, "Oh, how do you know each other?" It was the most cringe thing to ever explain to somebody.
He explained we
And-
met each other on
and they
Xbox
kept
Live
going.
party chats.
He kept going, guys. He just kept saying, "Oh yeah, we played Halo Reach." Yeah, I was embarrassed for him.
Yeah, because it's my job to embarrass you guys while you're at my house. It's like the duty of the host.
That's bullshit. That's what it is.
But like, I guess my point is like, all the times where I'd mention that to either my parents or like other people, and it'd be like, but are they really friends? Do they really count as friends? Because
No.
oh, okay. Yeah, we're very fake. I understand.
Yeah.
But it's just like the idea of what do online relationships actually mean, especially in this day and age, and how do they develop?
Right, and we're not. I feel like there's a fine line that I guess I have to bring up. We're not telling you to not enjoy things.
Oh yeah.
Please God, do not think that's what this is.
I was gonna say
But-
it did feel very accusatory for a bit. I think it's remembering. I mean, with everything, do it in moderation, and don't take things too far, especially for what in the end is a person who kind of can't reciprocate.
Who definitely can't reciprocate.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
again depends.
Especially
on the
with
person,
somebody like Ludwig, who obviously I've brought examples of already. Like, he has 6 million subscribers. He will never, ever know you personally. You know? And it's different for me, where like I know my I know like the 2 people that actually comment on my videos. Like, I know them, and I've talked to them pretty regularly through comments, and I would like to say that, you know, obviously we're not friends, but I know them, at least like their style and what they would say.
the
But, like,
interest, what they might.
that's
think of
as
something.
that's a surface level as you can go without talking to the person one-on-one. You may be a chatter in their stream. Oh, hi Josh. You
Hey,
may
what's
be
up?
a
This place
chatter
is
in their
recording.
stream, but that doesn't mean like that there's something more than that.
And I think, and like I would like to think most people aren't the problem there. It's just
You'd
the
like to
ones who
think.
I'd like to think. And because I'm a hopeful person.
Yeah.
It's just the people who extrapolate more than there is in situations like that.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, you bringing up like COVID, it's making me wonder. But it was a thing before COVID, so I couldn't really say it's just because of
I think it
how
got
social development has happened.
I think it got worse during COVID.
Maybe.
I mean, it was always bad, but just if you have nothing to do, you're gonna look to the guy that you always watch.
Yeah. Because you're essentially spending all your time around this, I say, quote unquote, person. Oh, that's
Right.
healthy. So, of course, not of course, but sometimes something will happen there and you'll think, oh, this person means more, or I
This
think I
person
know
means
them
more to me than my entire family.
I mean, if you're going that far, I think you have some
And you
other
can
problems.
and you can quote me on that.
I mean, I don't know about that far.
Nah.
I think if you're that far, you might need to have a talk with like a therapist, maybe.
I need to talk with God.
Let God sort them out.
Yeah.
I think always I will always say easily the worst ones I know is K-pop fans, J-pop fans, just because but I hear a lot of how bad those get, and oh boy,
That's like stalker level territory. That's like the next level of parasocial.
because it's the sort of thing where essentially these women, because usually women, are kind of expected to show themselves as if they don't have a life outside of their fans. Because usually the biggest scandals, at least the ones that I hear of, are they were seen with their boyfriend.
How dare they?
And people just go fucking rabid over it.
Hey,
Because
that's what happens.
because of half things that I will not say. Because it's just because it just becomes like the, oh, how dare you, how, like, they basically treat them like they're an unloyal girlfriend to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's like as if they were theirs personally.
That makes sense.
Which just, yeah, that is what I think is the greatest example of it, which also a relatively, at least in the States, an unknown one. I don't think we have anything that's quite that bad, except for, I mean, the closest I would say is content creators. Because
I'm bleeping that out.
no, you're 100% bleeping that.
I'm bleeping that
I
out.
was thinking, I was like, do I make commentary? Do I extend this? No.
No. I'm bleeping that out.
and that's how we get canceled. Let's go. And the next day, his Twitter account was banned.
Yeah, my x.com account.
No, I'll never say it. I'll never say it. X, formerly known as Twitter, is so much funnier.
The everything app.
Lord.
And that's where all the parasocial shit takes place.
Also true. I mean, yeah, mainly because that's like, I mean,
It's a cesspool.
for all the shit people give it, it is one of the biggest communication platforms on the internet, I think. Because like so many people use it. I mean,
bleeding cash, but motherfucker still makes money.
I don't think it does. I think it's losing money.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Oh wait. Yeah. Whatever. They've got yeah. All ads pulled out. It's tough. It's a tough situation for Twitter.
Though I wonder if that also plays into the parasocial relationships, because it becomes so much easier to talk to those people in a way that you feel like is one-on-one.
Right. It was definitely like the main reason on why everybody thought the Dream SMP was cringe.
Oh yeah, because like, of like the people on Twitter.
They would just like congregate on Twitter, and they would like use their own language and stuff. And it's just developing over so many months unchecked that eventually it had to be brought up, because I assume some shit happened. But for such a long time, they basically had free reign to dictate whatever the community felt about a person. And if they didn't, like, if somebody didn't like, I don't know, a Minecraft YouTuber, like if they didn't
Quackity.
like, yeah, if they didn't like Quackity, they would go, man, fuck. It would be like r/real. I hate Quackity, and then everybody kind of bullies
Just
people
join, like,
into
the
that
bandwagon.
same. Yeah, they just bully you into that same opinion.
I didn't know it got that bad. I mean, like, 'cause I never paid attention to any of that
Shit was
shit.
tough.
Did it like, it really like, got like that level of bad?
Yeah, I mean, but they made. Oh my god,
That's 2 and 0.
that is that one was unfortunate.
I talk shit, and I am definitely about to get hit for doing that, because I fell down a massive hole.
Oh, that's exactly what I did. I did the cartoonish. I stepped, and then I went, uh-oh, there's no floor under me.
He
And I
looked
fell to
under
my death.
himself, and he noticed that his social barriers he tried to construct between his fans
Yeah.
were crumbling.
Right. Yeah, I would say that, but I don't have any fans.
True. It's just the 1 million people who watch your South Park video.
All right. Okay. We're not gonna. Let's not insult me here.
But that's like half the fun.
I know. Oh, it's so cartoonishly. It's just a cartoonish fall. All right. Let's get my shit
This place is pretty.
again. Yeah.
It's like the big underground cavern. Is that where you found?
Yeah. I got a lot of diamonds.
Very nice. Oh, that's a baby zombie. I don't like that.
So, Josh, what do you think is the best way to... Because it's going to happen whether you like it or not. How do you feel the best way is to not weaponize it, but, like, make sure it doesn't go crazy?
I mean, I think probably the best would be like what Ludwig did, right? You just set your boundaries, at least as best you can. Obviously, you're never going to get everyone, because there are just going to be people who won't listen to it, and they'll draw their own conclusions about either their relationship with you, your relationship with them, in like the most extreme cases, or just how much influence they have over what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll never get everyone. Just period. End of discussion. It's sad, and it's the terrible part of being in those situations. But the best you can do is set your boundaries for the people who you can affect, and you just make that clear. Because for a lot of them, for lack of a better word, the ones who worship you, they might end up listening just because you made that clear to them. Because I don't know, I mean, again, I don't know that much about, I'll say Dream, because he had like the big fan base.
That's what the match
Or like
is, baby.
Or like people like that. I don't know if they ever really, for lack of a better word, dissuaded those sorts of thoughts from their fans.
They really fed into it because, like, in a space like Minecraft, you can't do anything without the fans because there's so many people. So at some point you have to feed into it, and he definitely did that. He sent like I definitely know this tweet. He was like, he sent like a voice memo over Twitter, and he went, "Hey, good night. I love you all," stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, one, cringe.
Cringe, very
Two,
cringe.
don't give them fuel.
Yeah, because I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
You don't want a voice memo of me going, "Good night, Joshy Poo," every single night?
I mean, that's different. I'd accept that.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing that. That'll be your
Okay.
Snapchat tonight.
Yeah, because the difference is I don't watch your videos, so it can't be parasocial.
All right. One, rude. Two, also rude. I feel like the best. Oh, sorry. No. You finish your point.
No, I was just gonna say, like, because that's kind of what I thought it was. Is there are a lot of, I don't know if I want to call them younger YouTubers, but I kind of want to call them younger YouTubers because those are the main ones that I hear about it with, who just kind of don't dissuade it, and it might honestly just be because they don't think, like, they don't know they should, or like they're afraid to, because that's your living.
Right.
So I'm not even
it's
necessarily
it's
saying
hard
it's like
to
a blame thing.
It's hard to rock the boat on especially something like YouTube.
Yeah, because I mean that is your livelihood, and that's like the dream of how many generations at this point is to be a YouTuber.
Right. It's a lot. Too many, honestly.
Yeah. So would you want to, like, even if you're uncomfortable, would you want to blow your one chance at that by pissing off the people who make that a reality?
And many people, you're right, many people do not. And
yeah,
the most people will go is, "Hey guys, let's not do that." But then they'll just kind of leave it be. What most YouTubers do is do their best to ignore it until it becomes an issue.
yeah, which
I think is dumb.
is probably, but I can understand it.
I can
to an
understand it.
extent.
Obviously, this is somebody who hasn't been famous and somebody who hasn't made one YouTube video in their entire life.
It's true.
So we're very allowed, but just like catch that. You got to catch that shit before it happens. And then I guess my answer to the question I posed 5 minutes ago or whatever was just like you got to point it towards the right things.
How do you mean?
Like community, like more community projects and stuff. So like it's not necessarily like you taking ownership, but like for a Twitch streamer, like your mods are like people that you actually know at some level. Like have them start running community projects. Like there's a guy that I know that they like are obsessed with him be like doing stuff, and they will like make music, so much music for him. And then he just like reacts to it and then calls it like cringe and weird, but like, you know, rewards them, pays them, like is getting a tad more involved, but controlling the efforts for not a force for good, because that's lame as shit.
Yeah, I would not put it like that.
Yeah.
But like kind of redirecting the attention so it's not solely on them, you mean?
Yeah, not solely on them, but solely on the community. So feeding the community instead of feeding relationships with themselves.
I can see that. And that would also be, I guess, kind of similar to what, not exactly that, but like kind of similar to what Doug does, where it's a lot more community based when he interacts with the fans. And it's not like, it's not singling them out, which I think is a major way that ends up happening, is when you're picking people kind of out of the hat, because then they'll feel special because they're like the one in however so many. How the hell do we get out of here?
Where are you? Oh, just go.
very close.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking back that way.
Okay. Yeah. At least that would be my thought. I don't know if I'm crazy to have that opinion, but as I guess I don't know what the word for I'm looking for is, but because it's just something we've never dealt with, so how can we really talk about it?
Well,
I guess.
Thank God. Well, thank God you set it up for the second episode, Josh. Really, really fucking grinding my gears right now.
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry about that. But I guess my last point would probably be where I think it can get really, really bad is when creators feel like they owe their fans that, almost in a way, since they made them who they are. Quotation marks, because I feel iffy about even saying that, but I imagine a lot of people feel like that.
Like they made, like, what do you mean?
Like
they feel responsible for the actions?
No, that like they feel like they owe their fans at least not telling them to, hey, don't do that. Like as if because their fans are giving them that life that they probably wanted since they were kids, since they were in college, that they can't really go out of their way to say, hey, I don't like this, can you not do that?
And I mean, it's not necessarily on the content creator.
Yeah,
but
like it shouldn't be.
But at some level, you need to have a line. And that's what a lot of people don't have. Like, you do this, whether you like it or not, it is your audience. And you need to it's holding yourself accountable, but it's also holding the people that do go out and represent you. You also have to make sure that they're not, tarnishing your name or smearing it for something that like you don't believe in.
Yeah, that is another thing that becomes incredibly hard with the internet. Just when you can take any picture, any clip of someone and use it out of context to make it sound like they believe something they don't.
Yeah. Josh was gonna Photoshop a dick in my mouth when we went to the bocce.
Oh yeah. Because I thought I feel like it'd be really, really funny.
Ruining my reputation.
Like you never recover from it. But like, I don't know if you've ever seen like the people who their pictures were used for a meme that said, I say meme in the loosest terms because I'm meaning people who use images of people to say political statements.
It's
stuff like that.
It's the fucking ninja. Do you remember like in 2017, the ninja Fortnite stuff?
I don't.
Like him in front, like him in a picture of him in a plane. Then it's just like, just fed some kids poisonous slurp juice. #
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Like, obviously, I'm of the opinion that humor should have like a good amount of freedom, even if it's dark humor. Because like, if you can't laugh at the bad times, then you're kind of screwed.
You're cooked.
Yeah, but there are definitely, obviously, again, with everything, there are lines that you should not cross, especially when you're using someone else's likeness, and especially someone who essentially depends on their likeness for their living. Because, like, say you're like a publisher or a sponsor, and you see XYZ YouTuber on some meme used to represent something which is just bad. Like, I can't pull anything random off the top of my head without getting you banned.
Please don't.
But yeah, but like representing whatever foul, everyone agrees this is a terrible, terrible thing to believe in, and you go online and you see that. I mean, what do you think's going to happen to that person then?
Nothing
Obviously,
good.
yeah. Obviously, some people would be a lot more forgiving about it, but there are definitely some publishers who will look at that and they'll say, "Okay, we cannot have this because we cannot allow our brand to be associated with this."
Mm-hmm. Making yourself more controversial than you actually are.
Mm-hmm. I don't know necessarily if that would always be fans doing that. It could be.
That's more like adpocalypse stuff, and that's another thing.
Yeah, true. Though I do wonder how many people like go with a YouTuber that they really like, follow like that, and they'll go and they'll say, well, he wouldn't believe that. He would think this, and like they have no reason to believe that other than I like them, so clearly they must agree with my opinions.
I'm pretty sure that happens more than you think.
I just really can't imagine people going stating.
Well, you can't
opinions.
imagine it, but I'm sure Dream is after his cheating scandals happened, very similar like that.
True. Because like, I mean, obviously all of the people who are like, oh, Dream would never do this or this, but like even things outside of like their content is more so what I mean.
Yeah.
So like if they were like, oh, they would never believe, I don't know what to say. But like acting as if they would always have their back with whatever their opinions are in any argument they might get to, when they have no reason to believe these people would believe these things.
And then get mad when when the YouTuber finally speaks up and goes, yeah, no thanks.
Mm-hmm. Like I get that would be pinnacle of Parasocial, or not the pinnacle, but definitely high up there.
There's a creeper up there. But Josh, moral of the story: people are cringe.
People are cringe. Why don't we just? Since, I just don't want to get too attached. I think we should put some distance between us. Just to make sure.
That was the cringiest way to end the episode.
Yeah, but I think it's funny.
All right. Well, thank you for watching episode 2 of Into the Mine. We never set up a topic for last time, so I guess we're boned, guys.
Oh no. We could talk about ads.
Nah. Oh. Who knows? See you next time.
Figure it out.